Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm ready. Alright, let's have fun. Yoga Sutra, Sutra 49, Book 1. No, Shakha, no, Shalom. I'm working on making these sessions as short as possible. I will succeed. Don't worry. Alright, here we go. No, Shakha, no, Shalom. Sang Punaha Shruttanumana Prajna Pyamanya Vishayan Visheshal Tietan Devant. Little fuzzy there. Let me double check. Okay. Sang Punaha Shruttanumana Prajna Pyamanya Shruttanumana Prajna Pyamanya Vishayan Visheshal Tattvant. Okay. Shrutamagama Vijnanam Tattasamanya Vishayama. Work with me equipment. Na Hyagamena Shakyo Visheshopitatum Kasamat Na Hi Visheshwena Kurta Samkyataha Shabudam Iti. Na Hyagamena Shakyo Visheshopitatum Kasamat Na Hi Visheshwana Kurta Samkyataha Shabudam Iti. Shabudam Iti. Tathanumanam Samanya Vishaya Yamevam. Tathanumanam Samanya Vishaya Mevam. Yatra Prabhutis Tatra Katiriyatra Prabhutis Tatra Na Pavati Katiriti Ukutama. Yatra Prabhutis Tatra Katiriyatra Yatra Prabhutis Tatra Katiriyatra Prabhutis Tatra Na Pavati Katiriti Ukutama. Anumanena cha samanya nienopa samharaha. Anumanena cha samanyenopa samharaha. Anumanena cha samanyenopa samharaha. Tasma chuchrutanumana vishayo na visheshwaha. Kasachita satiti satiti. Tasma chuchrutanumana vishayo na vishesh. Tasma chuchrutanumana vishayo na visheshaha. Kashachita satiti. One more. Tasma chuchrutanumana vishoyo na visheshaha kashachidasatiti. Oh my God. No, shaka, no, shalom. Tasma chuchrutanumana vishoyo na visheshaha kashachidasatiti. Oh my God. Tasma chuchrutanumana vishoyo na visheshaha kashachidasatiti. Okay, 1 second. Okay, from the na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakartasya pasutunum lokapratyakushwanam grahano masati. If I could remember grahano masati, that'll save me so much. Na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakartasya na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakartasya na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakartasya pasutuno lokapratyakushwanam grahanamasati na changasya sukushma vyam na changasya sukushma vyavahita vipram na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakara na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakarashatasya pasatuno lokapratyakushwanam grahanamasati. Oh man, grahanamasati. If I could remember that, please. Grahanamasati. Na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakarashatasya pasatuno lokapratyakushwanam grahanamasati. Na changasya sukushma vyavahita vipra na changasya sukushma vya na changasya sukushma na changasya sukushma na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakarashatasya pasatuno lokapratyakushwana grahanamasati. Almost. Sorry, I want to get this done. Grahanamasati. Okay. From the arrow. Na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakarashatasya pasatuno lokapratyakushwana grahanamasati. Alright, that passed. I want to say it one more time. That sounded too drunk. Na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakarashatasya pasatuno lokapratyakushwana grahanamasati. Come on. Na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakarashatasya na changasya sukushma sukushma na changasya sukushma vyavahita viprakarashatasya pasatuno lokapratyakushwanam grahanamasati. It's too bad about the page break like this. Oh well. Na changasya visheshasya pramanakasya bhaposati samadhi prajna nilgrahya eva sa visheshva bhavati bhutaso kushimagato bang purushagato bang. That was the first version. Second version. Sya Brahmanuika. I hate the way they do it. Sya Brahmanuika. Okay. Second version, first try. Na chang sya vishesha sya. Na chang sya vishesha sya brahmanuika sya bhavosati ti samadhi prajna nirgalahya eva sa vishesho bhavati bhutasu kushimagato pange purushagato pange. I want to do it one more time. Na chang sya vishesha sya brahmanuis. Na chang sya vishesha sya brahmanuika sya bhavosati ti samadhi prajna nirgalahya eva sa vishesho bhavati bhutasu kushimagato pange purushagato pange. Tasamacha chrutanumana prajna pyamanya vishayang sange prajna visheshal tattvangaditi. Na shaka, na shalom. Okay, that's it. Further, this intellective vision is possessed of the sphere other than those of the verbal and the inferential cognitions, on account of its having the cognition of the special truth. The verbal cognition is the knowledge of the scriptures. It is the sphere of the generic objects, because it is not possible to point out a particular thing by the scriptures. Why? Because the word is not equipped with the specific object. Not equipped with the specific object. Similarly, inference has only the sphere of the generic objects. It is said that where there is access, there is motion. Where there is no access, there is no motion. Further, the conclusion drawn through inference deals with general objects. Therefore, the sphere of verbal and inferential cognitions has no specific object at all. Also, there is no cognition of this subtle, intervened, and distant substance. I'm going to read it again. Sorry. Startled a little bit. Also, there is no cognition of this subtle, intervened, and distant substance through the worldly perception. Further, this special truth, which cannot be perceived by the means of real cognition, is not without existence. This special truth can only be determined by the spiritual absorbent cognition, whether it is inherent in the subtle element or it is inherent in the Purusha. Hence, this intellective vision is possessed of the sphere other than those of the verbal and inferential cognitions, on account of its having the cognition of the special truth. I need to calm myself down a little bit. There we go. But this has an object other than the insight resulting from things heard or from inferences, inasmuch as its intended object is a particular. A thing heard is knowledge derived from verbal communication. This deals with generic objects, for a particular cannot be connoted by a verbal communication. Why? Because a word does not have its conventional usage established by the particular. Similarly, inference deals with generic objects only. We say, where there is getting, there is motion. I'm gonna say that again. We say, where there is getting to it, there's motion. And where there's no getting to it, there's no motion. And by an inference, we get a conclusion in generic things. Therefore, no particular can be the object of verbal communication or of inference. And of this subtle and hidden and remote thing, there is no knowledge by ordinary perception. Furthermore, we cannot assert that this particular has no validity and does not exist. Therefore, this particular as object, whether it belong to a subtle element or to the self, is apperceptible by the concentrated insight only. Consequently, this insight has an object other than the insight resulting from a thing heard or from inference, inasmuch as its intended object is a particular. Okay, Veda next, thank you. Okay. Veda, Book 6, Hymn 5. Okay. No, Shakha, no, Shalom. 후배 마허 수놈 사솜 유바나마드로 가방짬 마디피리아 베슈타마 야 이는 바티 드라비너니 브라체땅 베시바방라누이 부르방아로 아투르크 양 이는 바티 드라비너니 브라체땅 베시바방라누이 부르방아로 아투르크 devant Basuni Bolvanuikan Hotel Doshe Pasetora Ridem Yajini Yasahe Gushamevan Vishavan Puvanani Yasaminan Sam Sapagani Datire Banavakim devant Bekushu Pradivahe Sida Su Gratevan Latira Pavo Van Aryan Atan Inoshui Bitatem Chikitevon Piano Shagavan Shagujang Bedom Pasuni Piano Shagavan Piano Shagujang Tavedom Atan Inoshui Bitatem Chikitevon Piano Shagavan Shagujang Atan Inoshui Bitate Chikitevon Piano Shagajan Tavedon Pasuni Yom Naha Sanutiom Apida Sadagane Yo Anantarom Mitramaho Banushwat Yom Naha Sanutiom Apida Sadagane Yo Anantaro Mitramaho Banushwat Tamajara Pilbrusha Pisitama Sabai Sitapang Tapi Shirtwa Tapasang Tapasavana. Did you know that they count a little bit what I just said? Even though it was so poor, it counts. Why? Because Sanskrit is generous. It's a living language. Crazy. I don't accept it. I have to do it. Damajara pilburusha pisudava, Savisa tapanga, Tapishita tapasanga, Tapasavane, Yasate yachinyana, Samitanga, Ya, Ugutai like piha, Suno sahaso, Tada shat, Ugutai like piha. Yasate yachinyana, Samitanga, Ya, Ugutai like piha. Yasate yachinyana, Samitanga, Ya, Ugutai. Come on, Rakya Piha. Yasate yachinyana, Samitanga, Ya, Ugutai Rakya Piha. God. Ugutai Rakya Piha. Yasate yachinyana, Samitanga, Ya, Ugutai Rakya Piha, Su no Saso, Tadang Shat. Ugutai Rakya Piha. Yasate yachinyana, Samitanga. Yasate yachinyana, Samitanga, Ya, Ugutai Rakya Piha, Su no Saso, Tadang Shat. Sa Malti Shiva Muratan, Prachatang, Rayang, Diamunena, Shirabasang, Vipati. Sam Tatakrati Shwita Tasatu Yamagane Sipurato, Vatasava Sasavane. Okay, I think Brahma is like speaking this with me. Why? Because he's fatigued. Not because I'm special, but because he's fatigued. He wants me to get it done. He remembers these things from far distant times ago. He remembers it, and he wants me to just get it done. Not that I'm special. No, shaka, no, shalom. It's part of it. 1/16 of it is the truth. What I just said. It should make somebody laugh. I don't know. Here we go. Sam Tatakrati Shri Tasatu Yamagune Saborotom Ba Tasavam Sasavan. See, my thing is I know it passed, but it's only C minus. It's a passing grade for sure, but when you get a C minus grade, your inner self goes, "What the hell? I could do better. I could do better. Better." So, sorry, not shaka, not shalom, almost Shabbat. So, Tatakrati Shri Tasat do. Sorry, give me 30 seconds. Thank you. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. So, Tatakrati Shri Tasatu Yamagune Saporoto Ma Tasava Sasavane Yachachasya Sem Diu Pirakatom Bajo Pisadaju Jusho Sevan Jari Tul Kushui Manaman. Okay, almost the 3 sentences left. Yachachasya Sem Diu Pirakatom Bajo Pisadaju Jusho Sevan Jari Tul Kushui Manaman. One second. One more. Yachachasya Diu Pirakatom Bajo Pisadaju Jusho Sevan Jari Tul Kushui Manaman. Ashyamatam Kamamaganem Davoti Ashyama Rayivaha Subirame. That one passed, but it sounded so punky. I sounded like a punk. Ashyamatam Kama magane taboti. Yeah, because I'm drunk. Ashyama tam. Kama magane taboti. Ashyama rayim. Raivahe subiram. Ashyama pajamapi. Pajayanan toshyama. Vyumanamajarajaram tem. No, shaka. No, shalom. Let it be so. A little drunken Ha-Shaitan pronouncing poopy words. Here we go. Holy, holy poopy words. Holy, holy, holy poopy words. I invocate your son of strength, the youthful, with hymns, the youngest son, whose speech is guileless. Sage, who sends wealth comprising every treasure, bringer of many boons, devoid of malice. At eve and morn thy pious servants bring thee their precious gifts, O priest of many aspects, on whom the purifier, all things living, as on firm ground, their happiness have established. One more. On whom the purifier, all things living, as on firm ground, their happiness have established. And thou from of old hast dwelt among these people, by mental power the charioteer of blessings. Hence sendest thou, O sapient Jata Vedas, to him who serves thee treasures in succession. You know, what happened? Agni, whoever secretly attacks us, the neighbor, and thou with Mitra's might, who harms us. Burn him with thine own steers, forever youthful, burning with burning heat, thou fiercest burner. He who serves thee with sacrifice, and fuel with him, O son of strength and chanted praises, shines out immortal in the midst of mortals, a sage with wealth, with splendor and with glory. Do this, O Agni, when we urge thee quickly. Triumphant in thy might, subdue our foemen. When thou art praised with words and decked with brightness, accept this chanted hymn with singers' worship. Help us that we may gain this wish, O Agni, gain riches, wealthy one, with store of heroes, Sorry. Desiring strength from thee, may we be strengthened and win thine eternal glory. That's it. Okay, Upanishad next. Thank you. Okay. Shrimad fourth Adhyaya, Pratamo. These are long. Chatur, yep. This is it. Please let it be short. I did not say that. Nobody heard that. If you're an angel, you heard what I just said. I erase your memory. Okay, 22. I mean, holy, holy, holy. There we go. Chapter 2. Come on. I heard the honk the first time. Here we go. Let it be fun in King Yahusha's name. Āmēn. Wow, this guy must be smart. He could read these things. These are like, harder than Sudoku. Yes, it is. Tears. 다들 토티아야 해. 나 샤카 나 샬롬. 야 에코발노 바후탕 샤카디 요가데 바라노 나네강네 니탈 톰 다탕티 니히탈 토다탕티. 야 에코발노 바후탕 샤카디 요가데 바라노 나네강네 니탈 토다탕티. Vichaiti chanante Vishvama Dao Chandevaha Sa no Buddhatyang Shupayang Samyo Nakutu. Tadeva Agnisatadang Aditya Satadaduvang Yusutadu Chanandrama. Tadeva Agnisatadang Aditya Sataduvang Yusutadu Chanandrama. Can I do one more time? One more time. Tadeva Agnisatadang Aditya Sataduvang Tadeva Agnisatadang Aditya Satadu Tadeva Agnisatadang Tadeva Agnisatadang Aditya Sataduvang Yusutadu Chanandrama. Tadeva Shukuram Tade Brahma Tada Pasatat Prajapatiha. Devam Satri Devam Pumanasi Devam Kumara Utang Pange Kumari Devam Jilno Dananduana Panchasi Devam Janato Pavasi Vishvato Mukhahe. Nilahe Patangango Harito Lohita Kashasatadui de Gaipan Ratavaha Samudraha Lohita Kashasatadui de Gaipan Lohita Kashasatadui de Gaipan Nilaha Patangango Harito Lohita Kashasatadui de Gaipan. Oh, come on. Ratavaha Samudraha Nilaha Patangango Harito Lohita Kashasatadui de Gaipan Ratavaha Samudraha Nilaha Patangango Harito Lohita Kashasatadui de Gaipan Ratavaha Samudraha Nilaha Patangango Harito Lohita Kashasatadui de Gaipan Ratavaha Samudraha. Alright, okay. Gaipan. Nilaha Patangango Harito Lohita Kashasatadui de Gaipan Ratavaha Samudraha. Anadimat Devam Viputuvena Vaitase Yato Jangatani Puvanani Vishvan Viputuvena Anadimat Devam Viputuvena Vaitase Yato Jangatani Puvanani Vishvan Ajamekam Lohita Shukva Karshanam Bahaviha Prajangha Surajamanam Sarupangha Ajamekam Lohita Shukva Karshanam Bahaviha Prajangha Surajamanam Sarupangha Ajon Yekom Jushamano Nushete Jahatienam Pogata Poganga Majonia Pogata Pogama Majonia Jahatienam Jushamano Nushete Jushamano Nushete Ajon Yekom Jushamano Nushatem Jahatienam Pogata Pogama Majonia. That one counted, huh? Ajon Yeko Jushamano Nushatem Jahatienam Pogata Poga Majonia. devang supandang sayujang sakaya samanam verkosham parishasvajantem dayoranyah Vipupalam Savadu Vadatiana Shananu Nanyo Aphicha Kashiti Savadu Vadatiana Nashananu Nanyo Dayoranyah Vipupalam Dayoranyah Vipupalam Savadu Vadatiana Shananu Nanyo Aphicha Kashiti Dayoranyah Vipupalam Savada Bhadatiya Nashanananyo Apicha Kashiti. That one counted. That one counted. I should move on. Samane Varakushwem Purushwa Nimagunoni Shayang Shochati Muhyamanah. That one counted. Trushitam Yadang Vashyatya Nyami Shamasyam Mahima Namiti Vitashokaha. Moving on. If it's C minus, so be it. At this point anyway. Rachom Akashare Parame Biomane Yaseminen Devang Ati Vishive Nushueduhe Yasetam Na Vedang Gemurachang Garishati Yang Editade Vidusitang Imen Saman Sate. Okay, that one failed. So I have to do that one again. Yatatade Vidusitang Yasetam Na Veda Gemurachang Garishati Yang Editade Vidusitang Imen Sama Satem. Sorry. When you're always C minus, when you do like C plus, you get excited. I'm just an average C. I'm just a C plus reciter. That's it. Chanandam si yajinyang he karatavon varatangani putam pavyam yajijang pedang padananti. Yeah, Asumane Mai Surajate Vishavametasse Tate Dasamimshe Janyo Mayayang Sananirudutahe Asumane Mai Surajate Vishavametasse Tate. Alright, God is telling me something. Chanandam si yajinyang he ratavo bratangani putam paviyam yachijang pedang padananti. What is God trying to tell me? Oh, it's useless to repeat it twice. Okay, I got it. Asamana Mayi Surajate Vishavametatte Tasamim Shichanyo Mayayang Sanani Rudutahu. So, okay, so that one right now was a D plus. Do I let it go? I can't let it go. That's my problem. It's D plus. It has to be at least C minus. C something. C something. C anything. Sorry. 30 seconds, please. So, sometimes I keep my mic on just so that paranormal stuff don't get, passed by. Oh, he's not recording. Let's show up. Oh, no, he's recording again. Disappear. Here we go. Asamana Mayi Surajate Vishamatatta Dasa Memshajanyo. Oh, come on. Mangaya Sanani Tahe आसमान मायी सृजते विश्वमतत्ततसमिंशचान्यो मायया 산을이루듯하흐. Still D something. 사는 니. 아스만 마이 스르자테 위시와메따뜻따스밈시짱니요 마야양 산은이루듯하흐. 마얌 또 프라크르팀 비디아나 마이나 장 마시바나마. I doubted myself. 마이남. Okay. 마얌 또 프라크르팀 비디아나 마이남 자 마헤시바라마. 다시아바야바 푸다이시투 비아부담 사바미담 자가트. 요님아티 뜻을 디에꼼 야스미는 니담 삼장 비장이티 살바마. 야스미는 니담 sorry. Yo. That's what it says. 요님아티 뜻을 디에꼼 야스미는 니담 삼장 비장이티 살바마. 다미샹남 바라담 데바미두얌 비짜이야얌 야맘 비짜이야맘 샤닌티 마티아는 타메티 meow. No, I would leave it. It was C. You know what? If it's C minus, I'm gonna leave it from grading myself. 다미샹남 바라담 데바미두얌 비짜이야맘 샤닌티 마티아는 타메티. Like that one is a failure, so I don't count that kind of stuff. Tamishanam paradam devamiduyam nichayamam shananti matyanantameti. Okay. Yo devanam parapavasajod pavasajam vishivatipo ruduro maharshriha. Hiranyugai pam pasyatam jayamanam sa no buddhatyang shupayang samyunakutu. Thank you, God. Yo devanam atipo yasminen lokam atishritang Yo devana matipo yasmina lilokang atishritang he. Yang ishe asya devipadashijang dushe padaha dasamai devaya habishwe vitemai devipadashijadushe padaha. Yang ishe asya devipadashijadushe padaha dasamai devaya habishwe viteman. Sukushimati sukushimam kalilasyam matye vishivasyam sarashata ramaneka rupama sarashata maneka rupama. Sukushimati sukushimam kalilasyam matye vishivasyam sarashata ramaneka rupama sarashata ramaneka rupama. Almost. Sukushimati sukushimam kalilasyam matye vishivasyam sarashita ramekam ramaneka rupama. Sukushimati sukushimam kalilasyam matye vishivasyam sarashita ramaneka rupama. Oh my God, it's a miracle. I got it right. Vishivasyaikam Parivashatvikdaram Chinyatimai Shivam Shaniti Matyantamati. Okay. The ambulance is going out. Ambulance. Imagine if you say like the most impossible thing and the ambulance goes out right after you say it. Like, what does that mean sign-wise? 30 seconds, please. It means I have to be gentle with the world. Don't send the entire world to the ambulance, to the hospital, whatever that 99% to the hospital. That's from Q. Not even that's not, I didn't make it up. From the air. Here we go. Vishvasyaikam Parivashituitaram Chinyatavang Shivam Shanati Matyanantamati. Trying to sell what I just said to myself. Sa Evan Kang Puvanasya Gobudang Bishivan Tipaha Savapu Deshu Gutaha. Can I do it again just for the principle of it? Sa Evan Kang Puvanasya Gobudang Bishivan Tipaha Savapu Deshu Gutaha. Yasamina Yukutang Brahmashoyom Devatan Shijang Tamevam Chinya Devang Murtiupang Sham Shichinatuti. Almost. Murtiupang Sham Shichinatuti. Devang Brahmashoyom. Yasamina Yukutang Brahmashoyom Devatan Shijang Tamevam Chinya Devang Murtiupang Sham Shichinatuti. Murtiupang Sham Shichinatuti. From the Shloka 15. The last one I believe is like 22 something. Yasamina Yukatang Brahmashoyo Devatang Shichan Tamevam Chinya Devang Murtiupang Sham Shichinatuti. Thank you, God. Kurutangate Param Mananda Mibati Swagashimam Chinya Devang Shivam Savapu Deshu Gutama. Did you know that it counts? I can't accept it from it's D+. Kurutangate Param Mananda Mibati Swagashimam Chinya Devang Shivam Savapu Deshu Gutama. Almost. Yeah, it's. I hate getting D pluses. Come on. 그릇당할 바람 많은 더 미방아 디수 그심함 진양아 대방아 시밤 살바푸 대슈 구탐아 비시바시앙이감 파리바시 tuitang 진양아 대방아 대방 무지한테 살바방아 샤이하. I wish it didn't sound drunk. Vishvasyaikam Parivashituitangram Chinyatavan Devam Mujyate Sarvapang Shaiha. Moving on. Esha Devo Vishvakaimang Mahatma Sadang Jananam Hurudaya Sanani Vishutaha Hurudang Manishwa Manasa Piccolaputum Biculaputum. Yadu etade bidura murutan sete pavananti Gulaputum. Okay, Gulaputum. Hurudang Manishwa Manasa Piccolaputum Yang etade bidura murutan sete pavananti. I did it right. I didn't hear the recorder sound. I gotta get closer to the mic. It's always something. 흐르당 Manisha manasa piccolo potom yang etade bidura meretang sete pavananti yada tasmas sitana nativa na ra triha sa sananacha sa chi chivang eva kevala sananacha sa chivang okay yada tamasatana nan divang na ra triha sa sananacha sa chivang sananacha sa chivang sananacha sa chivang eva kevala 사느나짱 사주치방 사느나짱 사주치방 야당 따마스따는 나 디방 나 라트리허 나 사느나짱 사주치방 에바 개발라허 사느나짱 사주치방 사느나짱 사주치방. Yeah, there's ambulance going in. I hope nobody's hurt that badly. Ambulances mean, somebody's hurt. I think I've learned to distinguish the differences between like the cop sounds, the police car sounds, and ambulance sounds, and fire department. That's an ambulance sound, as far as my knowledge is concerned. Unless something's wrong, no, you can't even comment anymore. Anyway, you could chat. you could chat about it. All right, 18 right now. I'm gonna take a little break. Nicely drunk, and 2 ambulances I hear, 2 or 3 right now. Crazy. What does that mean? I'm doing this Sanskrit stuff, and the ambulance is going off. What does that mean? That's what I'm thinking of. You give a beautiful woman, a bouquet of flowers, and a bird poops on your head while you're giving it to her. What does that mean? That kind of thing. 30 seconds, please. Thank you. Hear this sound? If you could hear it, I could hear it. What am I talking about? It doesn't make you want to say more Sanskrit. So, oh my God, I should be careful. I hope nobody gets hurt. Divan, holy crap. 3 people? Oh no. If this is in the news, somewhere like the local news, not the major one, local news for me, I wouldn't be surprised. But it's bad news for me. Why? I'm pronouncing something holy, and the ambulances, 2 or 3 ambulances is going off. Okay, one of them is not an ambulance; it's cops. Okay, oh, forget it. Okay, here we go. Sorry about the background noise. Think of it as salt. Have a little salt in yourself, such Jesus. Yadang tamasatana na divang na ra teriha sa na sanana cha saja chivang eva gevalaha. Please don't get hurt by my words. In King Yahusha's name. Āmēn. Yadang tamas. Yeah, it gets me in my guts. When the ambulance calls up, when I say yada, please don't die. Yada tamasatana na divang na ratriha sa sanana cha sacha chivan eva kevalaha. Yeah, that was Brahma helping me say it. C minus, I'll count it. Tadakusharam tat sabitu barenuyam prajinyang chan tasmat prasratang puranui. Ambulance, Tadakusharam, and a cop, police cars, more than one. Tadakusharam tat sabitu barenuyam prajinyang chan tasmat prasratang puranui. I've been seeing a lot of shooting videos on X lately. If if like some crime is going on while I'm doing my session, that's as real as it gets, man. You know, like not only is our shootings going on X videos, it's going on like people who are doing their YouTube sessions. Hello, welcome to my channel. It's all about tranquility and God, and if you're a good person, it'll bless you 20 times in 20 times less, than you would have ever thought of, at least. And then this thing goes. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, it's true though. What I just said. If you're a good person, what I'm doing right now will bless you 20 times faster. Oh, thank you, ice cream truck. That like softened it a little bit. And I sound really ghetto right now. 따다쿠샤람 따뜻 사비투 바레누염 브라진양 짱 따스마트 브라스르땅 브라누이. Yeah, it does. The ambulance sound doesn't help me. It makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. 따다쿠샤람 따뜻 사비투 바레누염 브라진양 짱 따스마트 브라스르땅 브라누이. Please don't die. Alright, if he's a criminal, paying his price, maybe his life could be spared because I'm doing my stuff. I don't know. 나이나무 두밤나 니리안짬 나 마티에나 파리자그라 파트. Yeah, I am living in New York City, am I not? See, I should be doing this in the Himalayas, not in New York City, because you never know. Like when you're no, shaka, no, shalom. God bless you, God bless. When you're doing this in New York City, somebody could die while you're saying Naina Mul Tavam. It's like, oh no, please don't die. No, shaka, no, shalom. Naina Mul Tavam na Nirian Jam na Matie na Parijagara Patte na Dasyam Partima Aseti Yasyam Nama Mahade Yashah. No, Sanandarusha. See, my problem is that I'm trying to just heal. I don't know how holy, how high these things, how quality these things. I don't even know these things. All I know is that these things heal me. I'm approaching it like a pig. Like, oh my God, it's healing me. Nom 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 nom. I'm eating it like a pig, and so somebody who's like, who's been around is going like, oh my God, he's a demon. 나 사는 들으셔 뜻이 루파마시아 나 자꾸 슈슈에 바샤티 가시잖아이 나무. C plus, that's all I want. 흐르당 흐르디스탐 마나상 야 에나메밤 비두라 무르따 쓸때 바바는띠 비두라 무르따 쓸때. Okay. Almost done with this, and then Shrimad Bhagavatam. I'm on book 5. Book 5 of Shrimad Bhagavatam is the most difficult book of in the entire Shrimad Bhagavatam. I'm almost done with it. After I'm done with it, I should be okay. Until then, the session could be more than 2 hours. I don't want it. Here we go. 흐르당 흐르디스탐 마나상 야 에나메밤 비드라 머르땅 쓸때 파바는띠. See, that was another one. I said it right. It didn't record. 흐르당 흐르디스탐 마나상 야 에나메밤 비드라 머르땅 쓸때 파바는띠. 안짱땅 이티에밤 까시티드 피루허 브라파디아템 루드라 야트때 다쿠슈이남 무캄 때나 망 빵히 니티아메. 망 나스토케 Tanaye mang na ayushui mang no koshu mang na asheveshu ririsha. Sorry, I'm going because a lot of people make the same mistake that I just made. Mang nasutoke tanaye mang na ayushui mang no koshu mang na asheveshu ririsha. Piran mang no rudra pamito vatil havish manantah sadamit tvan havamahe. Oh, last one. Last sentence. Somehow I got here. Piran mang no rudra pamito vatil havish manantah vatil ha. Okay. Piran mang no rudra pamito vatilha vishmanantaha sadamit devan bahabamahe. Piran mang no rudra pamito vatilhabi. Piran mang no rudra pamito vatil havishmanantaha sadamit devan havamahe. One more. Piran mang no rudra pamito vatil hamishmanantah sadamit devan havamahe. Na shaka na shalom. Yeah. I'm gonna take a little break after reading the translation. Fourth Adhyayam. The one who, himself without color, by the manifold application of his power, distributes many colors in his hidden purpose, and into whom its end and its beginning the whole world dissolves. He is God. May he endow us with clear intellect. That surely is Agni, fire, that is Aditya, the sun, that is Vayu, the wind, and that is the moon. That surely is the pure, that is Brahmane, that is the waters, that is Prajampati. Thou art woman, thou art man, thou art the youth and the maiden too. Thou as an old man totterest with the staff, being born, thou becomest facing in every direction. Thou art the dark blue bird and the green thing with red eyes. Thou hast the lightning as thy child, thou art the seasons and the seas. Having no beginning, thou dost abide with immanence, wherefrom all beings are born. With the one unborn female, red, white, and black, who produces many creatures like herself, there lies the one unborn male, taking his delight. Another unborn male leaves her with whom he has had his delight. That's crazy shloka. I have to read it again. With the one unborn female, red, white, and black, who produces many creatures like herself, there lies the one unborn male taking his delight. Another unborn male leaves her, with whom he has had his delight. Two birds, fast-bound companions, clasp close the self-same tree. Of these two the one eats sweet fruit, the other looks on without eating. On the self-same tree a person sunken grieves for his impotence, deluded. When he sees the other, the Lord contented, and his greatness, he becomes freed of sorrow. That syllable of the sacred hymn whereon, in highest heaven, all the gods are seated. Of what avail is the sacred hymn to him who knows not that? They indeed who knows that are here assembled. Sacred poetry, the sacrifices, the ceremonies, the ordinances, the past, the future, and what the Vedas declare, this whole world, the illusion maker projects out of this thing, and in it, by illusion, the other is confined. Now, one should know that nature is illusion, and that the mighty Lord is the illusion maker. That the mighty Lord is the illusion maker. This whole world is pervaded with beings that are parts of Him. The one who rules over every single source, in whom this whole world comes together and dissolves, the Lord, the blessing giver, God adorable, by revering Him, one goes forever to this peace. He who is the source and origin of the gods, the ruler of all, Rudra, the great seer, who beheld the golden germ when he was born, may he endow us with clear intellect. Who is the overlord of the gods, on whom the worlds do rest, who is Lord of biped and quadruped here. To what God will we give reverence with oblations? More minute than the minute, in the midst of confusion, the creator of all, of manifold forms, the one embracer of the universe, by knowing Him as kindly one attains peace forever. He indeed is the protector of the world in time, the overlord of all, hidden in all things, with whom the seers of Brahma and the divinities are joined in union. By knowing Him thus, one cuts the cords of death. By knowing as kindly Him who is hidden in all things, by knowing as kindly Him who is hidden in all things, is exceedingly fine, like the cream that is finer than butter, the one embracer of the universe. By knowing God, one is released from all fetters. That God, the all-worker, the great soul, ever seated in the heart of creatures, is framed by the heart, by the thought, by the mind. They who know that become immortal. When there is no darkness, then there is no day or night, nor being, nor non-being, only the kindly one alone. That is the imperishable, that the desirable of Savitru. And from that was primeval intelligence created. Not above, not across, not in the middle has one grasped Him. There is no likeness of Him, whose name is great glory. His form is not to be beheld, no one soever sees Him with the eye. They who thus know Him with heart and mind, as abiding in the heart, become immortal. With a thought He is eternal, a certain one in fear approaches. O Rudra, that face of thine which is propitious, with that do thou protect me ever. Injure us not in child or grandchild, nor in life. Injure us not in cattle, injure us not in horses. Slay not our strong men in anger, O Rudra. With oblations ever we call upon thee. With oblations ever we call upon thee. Okay. Next and last is Upanishad. Shrimad Bhagavatam. The last chapter of Book 5 is chapter 26. So, 1 minute, thank you. Okay, it's not too long. It's just you know what? I'm gonna just limit myself to reading it 3 times. I'm never gonna get that right. Like what I just highlighted here. That's one sentence. This isn't a regular shloka. You know, to somebody who knows, you should say this correctly the first time. I can't do it. I'll just say it 3 times. That should count for something, according to what's his name, Chaitanya and Na. Why am I not remembering his name? Nityananda. According to Nityananda, in Kali Yuga, you're supposed to just say, you know, whatever in Sanskrit in 3 times, and you should be okay. Just move on. It just doesn't matter, you know, because that's according to Nityananda. Just say it 3 times. Here we go. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Deva Vimshotyaya. Shaka Shalom. Rajovaja Ya de Bhagavatam Adityasya Merum Trubam Chan Pradakushwenwana Parikramato Rashi Namapimukam Prachalitam Cha Pradakushwenam Bhagavato Pavalnuita Mamushuya Vayam Katamano Mimi Mamiti Vayam 야데 야데타데 Bhagavatam Adityasya Merum Trubam Cha Pradakushwenwanam Parikramato Rashi Namapimukam Prachalitam Cha Pradakushwenam Bhagavato Pavalnuita Mamushuya Vayam Katamano Mimi Hamiti Mimi Mahiti Katamano Mimi Mahiti Yade Tade Bhagavatam Adityasya Merum Truvam Jam Pradakushwe Chui Yade Tade Bhagavatam Adityasya Merum Truvam Jam Pradakushwi Nuenan Parikramato Rashi Namapimukam Prachalitam Ja Pradakushwinam Bhagavato Pabalnuitan Mamushuya Bhagavato Pabalnuita Mamushuya Vayam Katamano Mimi Mahiti. Yade Tade Bhagavatam Adityasya Merum Trubam Cha Pradakushwinam Parikramato Rashi Namapimukam Prachalitam Cha Pradakushwinam Bhagavato Pabalnuita Mamushuya Vayam Katamano Mimi Mahiti. Shalom. Ambulance right outside. Okay. Never mind. Sorry, now, there's an ambulance. Sorry. No, Shaka, no, Shalom. It's not the best sign when you're, you know, saying Sanskrit and ambulance shows up. Not a good sign. Not the best sign. Right outside my door, there's an ambulance while I'm doing my holy Sanskrit work. And he just left. Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna humble myself. I need humility. Yadata Bhagavatam Adityasya Erum Tuvam Jam Pradakushwinwanam Parikramato Ranshinam Pimukham Prachalitam Ja Pradakushwinam Bhagavato Pavilnuitam Mamuchuyo Bhagavato Pavilnuitam Bhagavato Pavilnuitam Manu Bhagavato Pavilnuitam Mamushuyo Vayam Katamano Mimi Katamano Mimi Hami Katamano Mimi Habhiti Katamano Mimi Hahiti Yadetadu Bhagavatam Adityasya Merum Truvam Jam Pradakushwinwenam Parikramato Ranshinam Apimukham Prachalitam Ja Pradakushwinam Bhagavato Pavalnuitam Amushuya Vayam Katamanu Mimi Hamiti Hiti Katamanu Mimi Hahiti. I missed one word. Yadetadu Bhagavatam Adityasya Erum Truvam Jam Pradakushwinwenam Parikramatum Yadetadu Bhagavatam Adityasya Erum Truvam Jam Pradakushwinwenam Parikramatum Ranshinam Apimukham Prachalitam Ja Pradakushwinam Bhagavato Pavalnuita Mamushuya Vayam Katamanu Mimi Hahiti. Last try. Yadetadu Bhagavatam Adityasya Merum Truvam Jam Pradakushwinwenam Parikramato Ranshinam Apimukham Prachalitam Ja Pradakushwinam Bhagavato Pavalnuitam Mamushuya Vayam Katamanu Mimi Hahiti Katamanu Mimi Mahiti Katamanu Mimi Mahiti. One more. Now I'm just following God. If God wants me to say it another, try, then I'll say it. I have fatigued. Yadetadu Bhagavatam Adityasya Merum Truvam Jam Pradakushwinwenam Parikramatum Ranshinam Apimukham Parachalitam Ja Pradakushwinam Bhagavato Pavalnuita Mamushuya Vayam Katamanu Mimi Hamhiti Katamanu Mimi Mahiti. Alright, moving on. Oh my God, look at that sentence. 3 times and that's it. Sahobancham Yatang Kulan Chakram Kulan La Chakarena Pramatang Saha Pramatang Tada Shrayanam Pipilikang Adinam Katirani Ivan Paradeshan Tareshivalim Piu Palapyama Natavan Devam Paradeshan Tareshiva Piu Palapyama Natavan Devam Nakashatra Rashi Piru Palakashritanam Rakashatra Rashi Piru Palakashritwan Lakashritanam Nakashatra Rapi Rashi Nakashatra Rashi Piru Palakashritanam Nakashatra Rashi Piru Palakashritwanam Nakashatra Rashi Piru Palakashritwanam Nakashatra Rashi Piru Palakashritwanam Nakashatra Rashi Piru Palakashritwanam Shritwanam Nakashatra Rashi Piru Palakashritwanam Nakashatra Rashi Pirupalakushvitenam Kala Chakrena Trubam Merum Cham Paradakushunuinam Parithavatang Saha Paritavamananam Tadashrayanam Suryang Adinam Grahanam Katiranyaivan Nakashatranantare Rashanantare Chopalapyamanatavate. 2 more times and that's it. Yatang Gulala Chakranam Pramatang Saha Pramatang Tadashrayanam Pipilikadi Nam Katiranyaiva Pradeshanantare Shiva Piupalapyamanatavandevam Pradeshanantare Shiva Piupalapyamanatavandevam Nakashatra Rashi Pirupalakushvitenam Kala Chakrena Truvam Merum Cham Paradakushvinuevam Paradakushvinuenam Parithavatang Saha Paritavamananam Tadashrayanam Suryang Adinam Grahanam Katiranyaivam Nakashatranantare Rashyanantare Chopalapyamanatavantam. 1 second. Third try, last try. Yatam Bulala Chakranam Pramatang Saha Pramatang Tadashrayanam Pipilikadinam Katiranyaivam Pardeshanantare Shiva Piupalapyamanatavandevam Nakashatra Rashi Pirupalakushvitenam Kala Chakrena Truvam Merum Cham Paradakushvinuevam Parithavatang Saha Paritavamananam Tadashrayanam Suryadinam Grahanam Katiranyaiva Nakashatranantare Rashanantare Chopalapyamanatavantam. Moving on. Yeah, it's just difficult, long, irregular shlokas, as I call it. Sang Esha Bhagavana Di Purusha Eva Sankrishana Narayano Lokanam Sivasatayam Atmanam Trayimayam Karma Vishuddhati Nimitatam Kavi Pirapi Jang Vedana Vijijñasyamano Devada Shatang Vipajyam Shatasu Pasanantadi Shit Buratushwa Pasanantadi Shit Buratushwa Pasanantadi Shit Buratushwa Pasanantadi Shit Buratushwa Yatopajo Shomuratu Gano Gunoene Yatopajo Shomuratu Gunoene Vedatati. Second try. Sang Esha Bhagavana Di Purusho Eva Sakushana Narayano Lokanam Sivasataya Atmanam Trayimayam Karma Vishuddhati Nimitatam Kavi Pirapi Jang Vedana Vijijñasyamano Devada Shatang Vipajyam Shatasu Pasanantadi Shivurashutusho Pasanantadi Shivuratushwa Yatopajo Shamuratu Gunoene Yatopajo Shamuratu Gunoene Vedatati. Last try. Sang Esha Bhagavana Di Purusho Eva Sakushana Narayano Lokanam Sivasataya Atmanam Trayimayam Karma Vishuddhati Nimitatam gabi pirapi chang bedena bejijinya siamano devada shatange bipajia shatusu pasananta dishesvara tusha pasananta dishevara tusha vara tusha pasananta dishevara tusha yatopajo shamara tugunaene yatopajo shamara tugunaene beda tangati. Okay, moving on. It's 3 times. Tametamiha Purusha Sutra Yang Vidya Yang Pano Shrama Chara Nupatang Uchucha Bachaiha Kama Piramana Dairyo Gabita Naishijam Sharadataya Yajanan Doshin Yajanan Donjasang Shreyaha Samitika Chananti Kama Pinana Dairyo Kaima Piramana Dairyo Gabitang Naishijam Kaima Piraman Kaima Piramana Dairyo Gabitang Naishijam Tametamiham Purusha Sutra Yang Vidya Yang Paina Shrama Chara Nupatang Uchuchang Bachaiha Kama Pinanang Kama Piramana Dairyo Gabitang Naishijang Shiradataya Yajanan Donjasang Shreyaha Samatika Chananti. Last one. Tametamiha Purusha Sutra Yang Vidya Yang Vaina Shrama Chara Nupatang Uchuchang Bachaiha Kama Piramana Dairyo Gabitang Naishijam Kama Piramana Dairyo Gabitang Naishijam Shiradatayang Yajanan Donjasang Shreyaha Samatika Chananti. Moving on. Atam sang isha antamam lokanam diavang pertivioranam tarenam na povala yasyan kala chakragato devada shamasana pungatem rashi samjinyane Sambatu Sarabhayavane Masaha Bakushadavayam Divang Nakatam Chati Sapa Dakusha Sapa Dakushadavayam Upadishananti Yavatang Shashtamayam Punjitang Sampai Raturiti Padishyate Sambatu Sarabhayavaha. Shaka, no, Shalom. God bless you, God bless you. Yeah, I'm just gonna read it 3 times. Look at that sentence. I'm never gonna get it. No, I am. You know what? I don't think I'm that good. I don't think I'm that good enough. It's true. I'm laughing because it's true. I cannot get it though. So that's what, according to Sri Nityananda, he says, just read it 3 times, get it over with, move on. After reading it 3 times, don't care, stop caring. I see the point. See, I have to know these things because this only applies in Kali Yuga. So if you're somebody from Satya Yuga, then you don't know any of these things. When 500 years ago, during when Sri Nityananda was in India, South India somewhere, people were asking like, when I say Atha Sa Esha Atma, like somebody's throwing something at me. What do I do? I'm serious. It's just like I'm paraphrasing, but that's what the text said. And Shri Nityananda said, just read it 3 times. This is Kali Yuga. This is not Satya Yuga. So I have to be reminded of these things too. Ambulance came. Here we go. Na shakha na shalom. Atha sa esho atamaim lokanam diabang pertibyora는 딸에는 나포발라야시암 나포발라야시암 까라자크라가톰 드바다샤마사나 버금그때 라시 삼진야네 삼바트 사라바야바네 마사흐 바크셔드바얌 디바에 나크탐 짜티 사빵아 달크셔드바얌 무파디샤는티 야바땅 셔시타맘샴 분지이땅 사바이 라뚜리티오 파디시아테 삼바트 사라바야바하. Okay, last try. I see what Shri Nityananda was saying. Just say it 3 times. Read it 3 times. Atha sa isha atamaim lokanaim diavang pratibyora는 딸에는 나포발라야시am 까라자크라가토 드바다샤마사는 붕은 끝댐 라시 삼진야는 삼바트 사라바야바는 마사흐 바크셔드바얌 디방 나크담 짜티 사빠달크셔드바얌 무파시디 샤는디 사빠달크셔얌 서드바얌 사빠달크셔드바얌 무파디 샤는디 양바땅 셔시터맘샴 푼지땅 사바이 라뚜리디오 파디시아테 삼바트 사라바야바흐. I'm gonna move on. 아탐 좀 야바땅을 테나 야바땅을 테남 나포비티암 프라차라티탐 마야나마 짱크셔템 Kalamayanama Chakashatem. Shloka 6, by the way. Atam jam Yabatal tenam tane tun tena. Ata jam Yabatal tena napo. Ata jam Yabatal tenam napo pitiam pracharati tam Kalamayana ma Chakashatem. Kalamayana Chakashatem. Last try. Atang jam yabatang tenam napovitiam pracharatitam kalamayanama chakashatem. Atang jam yavana po manandalam saha yava pertiviol manandalam piam Siena sa ha punjita tam kalam sambato salam paribato salam midwa bato salam manu bato salam miti bato salam miti panulmangan dia syai kriya samagati pia samanananti. 2 more. That's it. I like this system. Thank you, Shri Nityananda. Atam yam yavanana pomanandalam saha dyava prativyur manandalayam pyam dyava prativyur manandala pyam 가이트스네나 사하 분지타 담가람 삼바트 사람 파리바트 사라 파리바트 사람이네 파리바트 사람이드 바트 사람 마누 바트 사람 파리바트 사람이드 바트 사람 마누 바트 사람 파리바트 사람이드 바트 사람 마누 바트 사람 바트 사람이티 파놀마는 디아이 샤의 샤이크리양 반을 많은 들이야 많은 디양 반을 많은 디야 샤이크리야 사마 가티 피하 사마 많은 딴 많은 나는 디 많은 디 사마 많은 디 만을 반을 많은 디야 샤이 반을 많은 디야 샤이크리야 사마 가티 피하 사마 많은 디. Last try. 아탕짱 야바는나포 아탕짱 야바는나포 바는나포 와우 아탕짱 야바는나포 아탕짱 야바는나포 마는달람 사하 야방을 버릇이 멸마는달랑 평음 깔뜻스네나 삼하 분지다 땀 깔람 삼바트 사람 바리바트 사리땀 삼이 바리바트 사람이드 바트 사람 아누 바트 사람이티 반을 많은 디암 반을 많은 디야 샤이 크리야 사마가티 피하 사마나는 디 Last try. 아탕짱 야바는 포 많은 달람 아탕짱 야바는 나 포 많은 달람 사하 야방을 버트 비열 많은 달람 평음 깔뜻스네나 사하 분지다 땀깔람 삼바트 사람 바리바트 사라바는 미더 바리바트 사람 미더 바트 사람 바리바트 사람 미더 바트 사람 아누 바트 사람 바리바트 사람 미더 바트 사람 아누 바트 사람 바트 사람이티 반을 많은 디아이 샤이 크리야 사마가미까티 피하 반을 많은 디아이 샤이 크리야 사마가티 피하 사마나마는 사마마나는 디. Yeah. I said it 3 times. Moving on. Why do you only say it 3 times? Because it's Kali Yuga. What does Kali Yuga mean? It originally means the age of demons. I translate it as the age of fatigue. You know, my mantra that I made up, Hare Krishna, Hare Bhagavatam, Hare Duryodhana, Hare Yudhishthira, this age is so fatigued that it understands Hakar only the first syllables, only the first character. Sorry. Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga means the age of fatigue. Fatigue. Everybody's tired. I'm tired. Everybody's tired. Everybody's tired. You know. So what's the solution? We need to get to a hotel, like a hotel for eternity, like forever. We need to get to a hotel forever and ever and ever. That's what the solution is. You know, 5,000 years ago, like people used to bow and waited like at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes for their meal, for their God to finish their meal. Nowadays, you just need to bow and that's it. Kali Yuga. Why? Because people don't even do that anymore. That's why. There we go. Fatigue, the age of fatigue. Here we go. Namaste. Na shaka. Na shalom. Evam Janandrama Aika Capacity Pyam Apa Upanishad Lakashayo Janatam Opala Pyama Nolkasian Sambatu Sara Pukutim Pakusha Pyam Masa Pukutim Sapa Dalkusha Pyam Sapa Dalkusha Pyam Dinaiva Pakusha Pukutim Magurachari Duruttataraga Mano Pungatem. First try. Evam Janandrama 알까가 파비스 알까가 파비스 알까가 파스티피암 오빠르실더라카쇼요자나탐 오빠라피아마 놀카시암 삼바트사라 푸코팀 삼바트사라 푸코팀 바쿠셔 피암마 삼푸코팀 사파다쿠셔 피암 디나이바 바쿠셔 푸코팀 마그라짱리 두루타타라가마나 마놈 따라가마놈 두루타타라가마놈 붕그댐 no shaka no shalom Shabbat in 2 hours Tirutataragamano Pungatak Astray Evam Janandrama Alkaga Pasitis Alkaga Pasitipiam Uparishada Lakashoyo Janatam Uparishada Lakashoyo Janatam Upalapyama Nolkasya Sambatasara Pukatim Sambatasara Pukatim Pakushwa Pyam Masa Pukatim Sapadakasha Pyam Dinenaiva Pakasha Pukatim Magarachangari Turutataragama Taragamano Ragamano Turutataragama Pungatem Yeah, there should be flowers showering Turutataragama Pungatem maybe 4,000 years ago. Okay, moving on. Do I need to say it again? Okay, one more? No. Just move on. It just doesn't matter. It's Kali Yuga. It doesn't matter. Say it 3 times and that's it. Move on. Atam. Jang Puriamana Pishjang Galang Piramana Maranam Galang Piramaranam Gufuyamana Pishjang Galang Piha Peterno Mahora Tranui Boiba Pakosha Parapak Boiba Pakosha Parapakosha Piam Pitanambana Savajivani Baha Prano Savajivani Vaha Pran Savajivani Vaha Prano Jivasajai Kamekam Nakashatram Dim Shatam Muhul Tail Pungatem No Shaka Shalom Atan Jang Puriamana Pishja Kala Piramaranam Kushuyamana Pishja Kala Pisha Kala Piha Peterna Mahora Tranoi Poeva Pakasha Parapa Peterna Mahora Tranoi Poeva Pakasha Parapakashwa Piam Pitanan Banah Savajiva Nihat Bibaha Savajiva Nivaha Prano Jiva Sejai Kamekam Nakashataram Trimshatamuhul Trimshatamuhul Tai Pungatem Trimshatamuhul Tai Pungatem. Last try. Atam Jang Puriamana Pishjam Kala Piramaranam Kushuyamana Pishjam Kala Piha Peterna Mahorata Peterna Mahoratra Nui Poi Bapakoshapa Boiva Pakosha Parapakoshwa Piam Pitanambana Savajiva Nibaha Savajiva Nivaha Prano Jiva Sijai Kamekam Nakashataram Trimshatam Muhul Tai Pungatem Trimshatam Muhul Tangi Trimshatam Muhul Tangi Trimshatam Muhul Tangi Trimshatam Muhul Tangi Tai Trimshatam Muhul Tai Pungatem Trimshatam Muhul Tai Trimshatam Muhul Tangi Tai. Wow. Trimshatam Muhul Tangi Pungatem Trimshatam Muhul Tangi Pungatem. Alright. Moving on. irregular shloka. After book 5, it'll get easier. Crazy. Alright, well, only 15 shlokas at least. 17, sorry. 8 left. 8 irregular, really difficult shlokas. 8 really difficult shlokas left. Shang Esha Shodoshakalaha Purusha Bhagavan Manomayo Namayo Muratamayo Deva Pitra Manushya Phuta Basho Pakushri Sari Sura Pavi Rutam Prana Pyayana Shilatvat Saivamaya Iti Panayananti. First try. 2 more. That's it. Yang Esha Shodoshakalaha Purusha Bhagavan Manomayo Namayo Muratamayo Deva Pitra Manushya Bhuta Basho Deva Pitra Manushya Bhuta Basho Pakushu Sari Sura Pipa Vidrutam Deva Pitra Manushya Bhuta Basho Pakushu Sari Sura Pavi Rutam Prana Pyayana Shilatvat Saivamayam Iti Balayananti Prana Pyayana Shilatvat Saivamayam. Okay, cool. Last try. That's it. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. No, Shaka, no. Yang Esha Yoda Shakalaha Borusha Bhagavan Manomayon Namayo Muratayama Manomayon Namayo Muratamayom Deva Petra Manushya Bhuta Bashu Pakushri Sari Surapavi Rutang Deva Petra Manushya Bhuta Bashu Pakushri Sari Sura Deva Petra Manushya Bhuta Bashu Pakushri Sari Surapavi Rutang Prana Pyayana Shilatvat Saivamayam Iti Malayananti. Yeah, I'm moving on. Because the understanding becomes complete when the translation is being read, if you don't know Sanskrit. So I shouldn't care that much after reading it 3 times. Anyway. Tatam Upanishad Turi Lakashayo Jana To Lakashatranui Merum Takushui Naivan Takushui Naivan Kanlayana Ishvarayo Jitani Saha Pijita Shita Bisham Bimchatiha Saha Pijita Shita Bimchatiha Tatang Upanishad Tatari Lakasha Yojanatum Upanishad Tatari Lakasha Yojanatum Nakashatranui Merum Takushu Nuenaivan Kanlayana Ishvaraya Yojitani Saha Pijatan Shita Bimchatiha. Last try. Tatang Upanishad Tatari Lakasha Noyu Tata Upanishad Tatari Lakasha Yojanatum Tatang Upanishad Tatari Lakasha Yojanatum Nakashatranui Merum Takushui Nuenaivan Kanlayana Ishvara Yojitani Saha Pijitan Ashita Bimchatiha. Okay. Tatang Upanishad Dushanang Devi Lakasha Yojanatam Upalapyatam Prataha Pashichatas Haiva Paikasyam Shaikriyamanandaya Samya Pilgati Piraika Pachacharati Lokanam Nityadanu Lukulam Evan Prayana Varshayampijanarena Numiyate Sa Varashati Vishita Mumpagara Ho Pashamanaha Okay. Second try. Tatam Uparishita Dushanang Divilagasha Yojanatam Ubalapyatim Pratah Pashichatas Haiva Paikasya Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Piraika Bachacharati 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 Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Piraika Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Bilkati Piraika Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Piraika Bachacharati 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 Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Piraika Bachacharati. One more. Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Piraika Bachacharati Lokanam Nityadanukulam Eva Prayana Vashayamshicharena Numiyate Sa Varashutvi Pishitam Damam Bhagra Ho Pashamanaha Varashutvi Pishitam Bhagra Varashutvi Pishitam Bhagra Graho Pashamanaha Varashutvi Pishitam Bhagra Ho Pashamanaha. Last try. Tatan Uparishita Dushanang Divilakasho Yojanatam Ubalapyatem Purataha Vachachatas Haivan Paikasyam Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Sapilpaikam Vachacharati Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Sapiraikam Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Piraikam Shaikriyamanandriya Samya Pilgati Piraika Bachacharati Lokanam Nityadanukulam Eva Prayana Vashayamshicharena Numiyate Sa Varashutvi Pishitamam Bhagrahana Pashamanaha Varashutvi Pishitamam Bhagraha Pashamanaha Varashutvi Pishitamam Bhagraha Pasham Graho Varashutvi Pishitamam Bhagraha Pasham Graho Varashutvi Pishitamam Bhagraha Graho. Come on. Varashutvi Pishitamam Varashutvi Pishitamam Bhagraho Pashamanaha. Okay, moving on. Said it 3 times. I read it 3 times. So if I did anything wrong, it's on Shri Nityananda. He doesn't do anything wrong. It's okay. It's okay. Ushanasangbuto Byankya Tasatata Uparishita Divilakasha Yojanatoham Uparishita Divilakasha Yojanatum Uparishita Divilakasha Yojanato Buddha Somasutam Upalapyamana Prayana Upalapyamana Prayana Shupakurdiyadai Gada Vyati Richyatam Shupakurdiyadai Gada Vyati Richyatam Dadati Bangata Prama Dadati Bangata Prapa Dadati Bangata Prapa Pra Dadati Bangata Praprayana Varashutuyadi Payama Shamsaste Payama Shamsate. Sorry. No, Shaka. No, Shanam. 8 shlokas left. Ushanasang Buto Biankia Dasitatam Uparishita Debilakasho Yojanato Butahe Somasutam Upalapyamana Prayana Shapakara Diadai Gada Vyatirijiatam Dadati Vangata Praprayana Vrashatuyadi Payama Shamsatem Payama Shamsatem. So that one wasn't bad. That was actually okay. One more. Ushana sang butom biankyang tasitatam uparishita devilakasho yojanato buddha somasutam upalapyamana prayana shupakura diadai kada vyati dijiatam tadati vangatang praprayana vartuyadi. One more. Tadati vangatang praprayana vartuyadi payama shamsate tadati vangatang praprayana vartuyadi payama shamsate. Moving on. Let me just check how many shlokas. Oh, I'm almost done. Okay, that changes everything. This should be less than 3 hours for sure. There we go. Atang ol teva mangangara kopi yojana lakashad bitayam upalapyama nasadri pisadri piha bakashayre kai kashom rang shine devadasha no pungankatam yadi na bakarana pivaltatem prayana shupagara hot kamcha ka shamkasaha prayana shupagara ho ka shamsaha. Wow, crazy. Prayana shupagara ho ka shamsaha ka shamsaha. Prayana shupagara ho ka shamsaha prayana shupagara ho ka shamsaha. Atang ol tivamang atang ol tivamangangaro atang ol tivamangangara atang ol tivamangangara kopi yojana lakashad vitayam upalapyama nasadri pisadri piha bakashayra kai kashom rang shine devadashano pungakate yadi na bakarena pivan paltatem bakarena pivaltatem prayena shupagarahe graho ka shamsaha prayena shupagaraho sakha prayena shupagaraho ka shamsaha prayena shupagaraho sam prayena shupagaraho sakham kokha prayena shupagaraho ka shamsaha. Okay, one more. Atang ol tivamanganggang la atang ol tivamanganggang la kopi yojana lakashad vitayam upalapyama nasadri pisadri piha bakashayra kai kashom rang shine devadashanu pungakatem yadi na bakarena pivaltatem prayana shupragaraho ka shamsaha prayana shupagaraho ka shamsaha prayana shupagaraho kam prayana shupagaraho ka shamsaha prayana shupagaraho ka shamsaha. Okay, moving on. Tatam uparishita devilakasho yojanan taragatum bhagavanam purahasapati re kai kasamina rasham paribatasaram charati yadi na pakaraha syata prayana nukulom brahmana kulasyam. Oh wow, I'm almost done, huh? 3 shlokas. I keep thinking like I have so much more left. I'm almost done. Cool. Tatam uparishita devilaka Tatam Upadishita Devi Tatam Upadishita Devi Lakasho Yojanan Tarakatum Pagavana Purahasabati Rekai Kasmina Rang Shang Paribata Saram Charati Yadi Na Pakaraha Syata Prayana Nukulom Syata Prayana Nukulom Brahmana Kulasyam. Last try. Tata Upadishita Devi Tata Upadishita Devi Lakasho Yojanan Taragatum Bhagavana Purahasabati Rekai Kasamina Rang Shao Paribata Saram Charati Yadi Na Pakaraha Syata Prayana Nukulo Brahmana Kulasyam. Moving on. 3 times is enough in Kali Yuga. I don't know that. I'm from Satya Yuga. Tata Uparishad Diyojanalakashad Vayat Prati Yamana Manaha Shanai Shicharam Ekai Kasamina Rasham Trim Shanamasana Vilamam Bamanaha Salvane Vanu Pariyati Salvane Vanu Pariyati Tavad Piranu Batasaraiha Prayana Hi Salvesha Mashanan Tikaraha. Second try. Tatam Uparishad Diyojana Tatam Uparishad Diyojana Lakashad Vayat Prati Yamanaha Shanai Shicharam Ekai Kasamina Rasham Tirim Shanama Sana Vilamam Bamanaha Salvanevanu Pariyati Salvanevanu Pariyati Tavad Piranu Batasaraiha Tavad Piranu Batasaraiha Brayana Hi Salvesha Mashanantikaraha. Last try. Tatam Uparishita Diyojana Lak Tatam Uparishita Diyojana Lakashana Devayat Brati Yamanaha Shanai Shichana Ekai Kasamina Rasham Tirim Shanama Vilamam Bamanaha Salvanevanu Pariyati Tavad Piranu Batasaraiha Brayana Hi Salvesha Mashanantikaraha. Yeah, moving on. Just not worth it. It'll be nice, say perfectly on the one go, but if you read this 3 times, according to Sri Nityananda, in Kali Yuga, it's okay. It's good, and I understand it today. I understand what he means. I didn't understand it before. Tatam Uttara Doroshoyam Ekadashalakasha Yojana Nantaram Upalapyanante Ya Eva Lokanam Shamanupaya Shamanupavayanantum. Bhagavato Peshinoriat Paramam Padam Paradakoshuinam Prakramananti. 2 more. Last shloka. 17. Tatam Uttarasama Durashoyam Ekadashalakasho Yojana Anantaram Upalapyanante Ya Eva Lokanam Shamanupavayananto Bhagavato Peshinoriyat Paramam Padam Pradakushuinam Prakramananti. Yeah, one reason why I'm making a mistake is because of the world. If that makes sense to you, you might be onto something. I'm gonna say it one more time. 30 seconds. Thank you. That's not the entire reason why I'm making a mistake. I'm trying to heal myself. But I'm also noticing that the world. An ambulance came by, stayed right in front of me. When I started doing my session, explain that to me, please. That's not, this is one of many, many things that has happened while I'm doing it. Tata, ututara, sama, durushoya. It's like boom, boom. What the heck? Very good. I need to take a break. Two more tries or one more try? Last try or two more tries? Tatam, ututara, sama, durushoyam. Ekanta shalaka shoyo jananantara. Ubala pianante ya eba lokanam. Shamanupayaban Shamanupabayanantom Bhagavato Vishnuriyam Vishnuriyat Paramam Padam Padakushuinam Prakramananti. One more because it's the last sentence, last shloka. Tatam Udutara Samadurushoyam Ekanda Shalakashoyo Jananantara Ubalapyanante Ya Eva Lokanam Shamanupabayanantum Bhagavato Vishnuriyat Paramam Padam Pradakushwinam Prakramananti. That's it. Namaste. Thank you, God. Iti Shrimad Bhagavatam Mahapurane Paramahamsyam Samhitayam Panchamasakarante Jyotishikaram Shichang Grama Kabaragabalnone Jyotishakaram Jyotishakabalnonem Devavimshotyang Yaha. I need to take a break. All right, so if you came by just to listen to Sanskrit, I am not uttering any more Sanskrit. I am done with Sanskrit. Now, the thing about Shrimad Bhagavatam is there's no digital copy of the translation, so I have to read it from the physical text. But before I do that, I need to take a break because I read Sanskrit for 1 hour straight. So I need to take a break. Thank you very much. So yeah, 2 minutes. Thank you. The break felt like heaven. I'm gonna get through the translation as quickly as possible. The translation is not as important to me anymore. In regard, I'm trying to heal. Some people are studious. They want to learn things. Not me. I need to heal. The translation is not as important to me anymore than before. So I'm gonna get through it as quickly as possible. Thank you. 30 seconds. Translation is very extensive. I'm gonna try to make it as simple as possible. Discourse 22. The king said, the king asked. It doesn't say the king asked, it just says king said. Changing words. How are we to understand what your glorious self has stated with respect to that glorious sun, viz., that while appearing to revolve about Mount Meru, and the pole star, with both these on its right, it moves, facing the lunar mansions with the Meru on its left. The sage said, what is this? They're adding, I hate it when people add. Yeah, it's just a sahovacham. The sage clearly said, as the course of ant, etc., crawling on a potter's wheel, which is rotating and revolving with it, is indeed different, as is evidenced by the fact that the ant, etc., are observed in different parts. So the course of the sun and other planets, which are subject to the wheel of time, symbolized by the constellations and the signs of the zodiac, and revolve with it even as the wheel in the form of constellations revolves round the pole star and Mount Meru, is clearly different, as is clear from the fact that the sun and other planets are observed as conjoined with different constellations and the different signs of the zodiac. It is no other than the glorious Lord, Narayana, the most ancient person himself, who is critically inquired into by the Vedas as well as by the wise, that for the welfare of living beings splits up his body, that for the welfare of living beings, the theme of the three Vedas, which is responsible for the right performance of rituals into 12 parts, which is responsible for the right, I hate it when they add these words. I'm skipping all these added words. I'm gonna read this whole thing again because stupid translator thinks he's an author. The stupid translator thinks he's a effing author. It is no other than the glorious Lord, Narayana, the most ancient person himself, who is critically inquired into by the Vedas, as well as by the wise, that for the welfare of living beings splits up his body, the theme of the three Vedas, which is responsible for the right performance of rituals into 12 parts, and manifests in the 6 seasons, springs, etc., the characteristics of each season, so as to provide the jivas with the means of reaping the fruits of their past actions. If anything bad happens to this translator, this is the reason why. This is one reason why. Devoutly worshipping in this world the aforesaid Lord through rituals, high and low, prescribed in the three Vedas, and through the elaborate system of yoga, Men following the path chalked out for the various varnas and ashramas easily and duly attain the blessings. I wish I could show you what I'm fucking reading. This fucking translator thinks he's an author. He added like 3 lines to this translation. Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Now entering the wheel of time, existing in the firmament. Now entering the wheel of time, existing in the firmament between heaven and earth, the same Lord, who is the soul of all living beings, passes through 12 months, the part of a year, known by the names of the signs of the zodiac. The learned declare that a month is equivalent to a couple of fortnights, a day and night, and the period taken in traversing the two constellations, and a quarter, and the fraction of a year in which he covers the 6th part is called the ratu. And again they refer to the time in which he traverses 1/2 of the passage. Fuck you, you translator. This translator, shame on you, just shame on you, shame on you. And again they refer to the time in which he traverses 1/2 of his passage through the heavens as an ayana. And further, the learned speak of the time in which the same sun traverses the whole extent of the sky, bounded by the heavenly sphere on one side and the terrestrial sphere on the other, along with these two spheres in slow, rapid, and moderate marches, as Samvattasara, Parivattasara, Idanvattasara, Anuvattasara, or Vattasara. I really like this is, I can only say that this is the result of Kali Yuga. You know, if you're a translator, you're only to translate the words. You're not to add this effing text. I want to say effing so bad right now. This page, half of it is his words, the translator's words. It makes me so effing mad. I want to say the F word so bad. Fucking translator. Half of the text is his words. That's a demon. I need 1 minute, thank you. Oof. If you're translating a language into another language, you're not to add anything. Period. Half of this text is his words. I almost called him an author. He's an author. He's not a translator. He doesn't translate. He makes his own book. Sorry. And further, the learned speak of the time in which the same sun traverses the whole extent of the sky, bounded by the heavenly sphere on one side and the terrestrial sphere on the other, along with these two spheres in slow, rapid, and moderate marches, as a Samvattasara, Parivattasara, Idvavattasara, Anuvattasara, or Vattasara. Okay, halfway done. Similarly, the moon, which is observed at a height of 1,00,000 yojanas, 8,00,000 miles, beyond the orb of the sun, and which moves faster than the sun, and leads all the other constellations, completes in the course of a month the circuit made by the sun in a whole year, traverses in 2¼ days the distance covered in a month, and the distance covered in a fortnight in the course of a day, determining by its gradually growing and declining splendor associated with the first and second half months, the day and night of the gods and the mains respectively, the moon, which is the very life of all the species of living beings, as well as the life giver, passes through each constellation in the course of 30 muhurtas. It is this glorious being appearing in the form of the moon, the deity presiding over the mind, the food of all living beings, and the heavenly and the very embodiment of nectar, who being by his very nature the nourisher of the life of the gods and the mains, human beings and spirits, beasts and birds, reptiles and plants, is one with all, so declare the wise. At a height of 3 lakh yojanas beyond the moon are placed the 28 lunar mansions, inclusive of Apijit. They revolve with the Meru on their right alone, fixed as they are to the wheel of time by God. At a height of 2 lakh yojanas beyond them is observed Ushanang, which traverses the heavens in rapid, slow, and moderate marches like the sun, going before, in the rear, and keeping pace with the sun, bringing showers almost invariably. It is ever propitious to living beings, and by its fitting is concluded to be neutralizing the influence of planets, obstructing rainfall. I am sorry if I sound broken. I'm skipping through all these added words. This text that I just read, half of it is his words. The translator thinks he's the author. I want to say the F word so bad right now. By describing Venus, Buddha, by describing Venus, Buddha or Mercury stands described. I'm sorry. Just what, half of what I just read was his words. I skipped his words. By describing blah, blah, blah. Venus, blah, blah, blah. Buddha or Mercury, blah, blah, blah. Stands described. Welcome to my reality. Observed at a height of 2 lakh yojanas beyond Venus, Buddha, an offspring of the moon, is generally beneficent. When it outstrips the sun, it forebodes storm, a cloudy weather almost throughout, drought, and other unwelcome conditions. Beyond Mercury, Angaraka. Beyond Mercury, Angaraka, Mars, too, is observed at a height of 2 lakh yojanas. It passes through the 12 signs of the zodiac at the rate of 1 in 3 fortnights, unless it takes a retrograde course and is an inauspicious planet, often portending evil. Placed at a height of 2 lakh yojanas beyond Mars, the glorious Brihaspati, Jupiter, passes through one sign of the zodiac in a whole year unless it takes a retrograde course. It is generally propitious to the Brahmana race. Observed at a height of 2 lakh yojanas beyond Jupiter, and tarrying in each sign of the zodiac for 30 months, the planet Chanaishicharam, or Saturn, passes through all in exactly the same number of years, and is indeed mostly a source of anxiety to all. At a height of 11 lakh yojanas beyond Saturn are observed the 7 Rashis that move clockwise round what they call the highest abode of Lord Vishnu, contemplating the good of all living beings. Oh my god, I can't believe I finished it. This freaking translator, he thinks he's an author. This translator thinks he's an author. What do I say? Half this translation is his words. Somebody tell him that, please. Make another version without his words. Thank you. Now, why did he do it? Because nobody reads Sanskrit anymore. Not Shaka, not Shalom. I'm done. Thank you. I'm just angry because if if you're translating a language to another language, you're not supposed to add your thoughts. Period. Half of this text is his words. No, Shaka, no, Shalom. I hate it. Thank you. Have a good day.